Hi everyone, welcome to another Monday evening of Crafting Together. I look forward to my Monday evenings with you so much, and I'm so glad that you can join with me here, or maybe you're watching the replay, and I love that too. So some of you are watching on Facebook and some of you will watch later on YouTube, and that's one of the big pluses of technology. So this is the last Monday in October, if you can believe it. So that means Halloween is next Sunday. So I was just thinking back, we grow a garden and we had pumpkins in it, and the grandchildren have been busy carving them and having a ball with that. And I was just thinking about Halloween memories, and what was one of your favorite things about Halloween when you were growing up? Was it the carving of the pumpkins, the bobbing of apples, the costumes, the trick-or-treating, the candy? What was one of your favorite things? And you could be jotting that down in the comment section as I put you down to my desktop. So here we go. One of my favorite things about Halloween, and I thought about it likely 4 months, was the costume, because we made our own costumes as just by scrounging things around the house and doing what we could. And what's happening here? And it was just, my mind would go into overdrive in coming up with the costume. And we would wear things like maybe my dad's work clothes or who knows what. But we would have a lot of fun with it. And we would love it. Sorry, I'm just setting my computer up here and sharing this to my group page so that it shows up there too. There we go. And there we should be good. All righty. So just a few things. Going through your pillowcases and checking out the loot. Oh yes, that was a fun time to come home. You'd be tired, kind of rumpled, definitely, and then spreading everything out. We always spread it all on the floor. I don't know what you did. It wasn't very hygienic, I know, but that's what we did. Sheila, it was the candy. Yeah, that was pretty neat. I used to try to make my candy last a long time. So again, welcome everybody. Just a few things before we get started on our project tonight. One, if you can share this or click like, or if you are on YouTube, if you can subscribe or give me the thumbs up, that is much appreciated. So thank you. Judy, you spread it all over the floor too? Yeah. And you know what? Our kids did too. So I think that's just kind of the way it is. Kids live on the floor, right? So this was the card layout. That was shared last Friday. A lot of you love to play along with this. This was card layout number 21. So do check it out and see what people are making over there on my Facebook group. Just a reminder, Paper Pumpkin, you have to subscribe before the 10th of November for this cute little one here. Eden's Garden you're going to be able to order it November 2nd. And if anybody is interested in a class, let me know. There's this wonderful bundle here, so the stamp set and the dies. And these are going to be in the next mini catalog. These are not, and these are spectacular as well. So there's 12 by 12 designer paper. There is the cotton paper, which is thicker than tissue paper, but thinner than designer paper, and then these fabulous embellishments. So let me know if you would be interested in a class on that. And remember, 12 Weeks of Christmas is happening for everyone who subscribes to my newsletter. I'll put the link also in the comments for this video afterwards. We've already had 4 weeks, but there are 8 weeks still to come. So make sure that you have subscribed to that. And it looks like I'm getting some trying to get my camera centered there. There we go. And then last but not least, Wednesday this coming Wednesday at 11 a.m., I have a free Christmas card class. I'll be doing it right here on this Facebook page, and then after it's over, I will upload it to YouTube. So my YouTube subscribers, don't despair. You are going to be taken care of too. So why am I doing a free Christmas card class? Well, usually people come to my home here, to my studio in the basement, and we make Christmas cards together. But with COVID restrictions in our area, that's just not happening. And so people have been asking me about it. So I was thinking about it, and another demonstrator I know of did something similar, and I thought I'm going to give it a try. So on Wednesday, or I'm going to send out a newsletter tomorrow, so it will explain how it works. But you can hop on and see the cards, use your own supplies to make them, or I have another option as well. Also, a new hostess code was released today, so it's here on our Facebook page as well, and it'll be in the newsletter, but here it is here as well. So if you want to shop online, you go here and click on Shop Now. All right, let's get on with our project. So first off, I am going to use some designer paper. Now, I suggested you have some with you tonight because this is actually pretty easy to do, and it's a wonderful way of using your designer paper, and you can use it for any occasion. So this was originally shared with me by Kate Morgan in Australia, but she used different measurements. So I changed them up a little bit, and here we go with this one. So it's 5.5 by 12. So 5.5 this way, 12 this way. And I'm using the Harvest Meadow designer paper. And we're just going to bring in the Simply Scored, or you can use your I can't even talk, paper trimmer. So we're going to score it at, I should put this where you can see it, 1 3/4. So 1 3/4. Now remember, designer paper is thinner than cardstock, so I like to use the thicker end of the stylus and not press quite so hard. I'd rather do it twice than rip the paper. And then we're going to score it at 6, which is the halfway mark, right? Because this is 12. So at 6, and then 10 1/4. Which is really, if you were coming from the end, it's 1 3/4. So it's 1 3/4 in from the end and then in the middle. But those are the actual measurements right there. All right, so we can move this out of the way, and you'll be able to see right away how this is going to come together. I'm going to bring in my bone folder, and I like to fold the middle one first. Don't know why. There's no reason. It's just what I like to do. Line up your edges. There we go. So now it's going to open like this, and we're going to bring this one in. This is a great way to show both sides of your designer paper, like that. And there we go. So now you can see that basically we've just made a card out of the designer paper. I just want to make sure that, yeah, that's hanging down just a smidge. It might be the way I cut it, but it also might be the way I folded it. So let's just see if we can fix it. There we go. So then I thought, well, what am I going to do with this? And I remembered how much you liked this card. So this is a slightly different card, and it uses the gold flakes and stuff, but I sort of based the card we're going to make tonight off of this. So I'm using the Harvest Meadow designer paper, and I've got a sample for you with Christmas paper so you can see how that all goes. And then I'm bringing in some of this gorgeous, look at this paper. Isn't that gorgeous? I totally missed it in the annual catalog. It is the gold and the rose gold. What is the name of it? Let me just show you the page number. It's the rose and the rose gold metallic, and it is on page 135, and it is this down here in the corner, and I think that's why a lot of us haven't noticed it. It's right down there. So it is absolutely gorgeous. It comes 6 by 6, and it has a nice finish on the back. So that is what I'm using for here. This is a 3 by 3 piece. I forgot to write that on there, but I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, 3 by 3. So it's just a square. Then I am bringing in 2 pieces that are 5 1/4 by 2 1/4, and these are going to go on the inside. So we'll put them to the side here, and we'll put that over here. And then I needed to decorate it. So then I thought, well, I'm going to use some of the brushed metallic that's in the mini catalog. And where do I find that? That is on page 32 here, same page as this, and it's right down here. This was in last year's holiday mini catalog as well, and they carried it forward. So here, pardon me. So there's this coppery one. They're all brushed, have a brushed look, and then there's sort of 2 shades of the gold. It's hard to see with all my lights here, all the reflection, but it's, again, gorgeous stuff. So I brought in the copper and just used a die cut because I thought that would look good. So we're going to do that. Then on this card here, and again, so that's why I brought it in, sort of, we had some green happening down here. So I tried to think, if I put this on here and this on here, I could bring in the word happy from Word Wishes. This is a die that cuts out all different kinds of words. So there's the word happy. Maybe you can see it better if I bring in my handy dandy little sheet like this. So we've got pretty much every occasion covered by this word set. So I brought in the word happy, and then I thought, well, would I prefer to see it cut out in soft succulent, or another shade of the metallic, or the evening evergreen? And I decided to go with the evening evergreen, but I don't think you could have used any of these. So that was my thinking behind it there. Now, I also wanted it to be raised up, and putting dimensionals behind these little letters would be a pain. So what I did is I brought, hi Sue, I'm so glad you're here. I brought in foam adhesive sheets. Now they come in this size like this. They are 4.5 by 4.5. And then I just use my paper trimmer to cut them down to whatever size I want. And just like the adhesive sheets, I always cut it a smidge smaller. So when it goes through my die cutting machine, it doesn't gum up the plates. So it's adhesive. It's like dimensionals, but a whole sheet. So I'll just go like that, and it's sticky on this side. Then when I run it through, I would run it through 2 or 3 times, and then I would flip it over and look, and you'll be able to see if it went all the way through. If it didn't, run it through upside down. And for some reason, it cuts a little bit better that way. So that's another thing you could do. So I did that ahead of time. And we have the word happy here, and it is all set just to be fastened on. So I'm thinking that we're going to go sort of like that. That's what I'm thinking. But so let's put that to the side and work on the inside. Now we have the 2 pockets, and when you could just glue them down and then put these panels in and stamp and decorate them, and you would be good to go. But I thought, they make good gift card holders. So I am going to glue this one down. You could also tuck a photo in there, that kind of thing. I will glue this one down, but I'm going to turn this one into a gift card holder. Now, when I'm doing gift card holders, I like to make a little divot, I guess, here. And I used to use my circle punches. I could use my circle dies. But you know what? The edge of a heart punch works well, or even the head of this little snowman, because you don't need much. I just am centering it, making sure not to get any of the other pieces punched out, just a little bit. So just look at your punches and choose something that is going to work for you. And there we have it like that. So now I'll bring in my adhesive. I'm just going to stick this one down. I'll put a bit in the middle. There we go. And then I'm just going to run a little bit along the edges. Now you could use tear and tape, you could use Seal Plus, anything that's going to hold it well, because if you're putting gift cards in there, it needs to be secure, right? Now, I just noticed that I still have just a little bit sticking out, and that's going to bug me. So there's an easy way to fix that. Just bring out your snips and give it a little haircut, right? There, it's all fixed. Now, these dies coordinate with the stamp set, and the stamp set they coordinate is a wish for everything. So you have all these words that would go with the words that you sorry, I went and looked at a comment and I shouldn't have done that. So these words can go with these words and they can work and play together. And then these are verses too. So these all work in there beautifully. So let's look at this. Now I used those words and the forever greenery and did this for here. I stamped the birthday in evening evergreen, and then I used soft succulent here and stamped it off. So let's fasten that in. So this is just 1/4 of an inch smaller than this space that I'm putting it in, like that. And then we've got this one here, and we can stamp that. We can write more of a message on that, whatever you want. I think that I will maybe stamp it a little bit, just to make it more interesting. And I think I'm going to do the leaves here. So let's bring in some scrap paper and the soft succulent. And the forever greenery leaves are just wonderful. Now, I bet you I would never be able to match it up. Oh, why don't I just go for it? See what happens, right? I can always use the other side if I want. There we go. And let's see what that's going to look like. Not too shabby. I think that'll work. There we go. So we'll put that away. And we'll fasten that in like that. And then we can just slide a gift card holder in there. Oh, look at that. It's a gift card, Stampin' Up! Gift card. Yes, you can get gift cards from me. I was just reading in the paper today where they feel that gift cards are going to be even more popular than ever this year because so many products worldwide are being delayed shipping. So even Apple and some of those big companies are having issues. So you will be all set. So if you don't want to use this as a gift card holder, this would hold a photograph beautifully. Or you can just glue it down and just have this as your decorative piece in here. So now let's do the front. So we have a plan here. So this is 3 by 3. We're going to put it about here. I'm not going to make it straight. I'm just going to angle it off a bit, because it just fits. So we'll just put that down like that. really doesn't matter how it goes. And then again, as if you watch me, you know I am learning to use adhesive sheets on all these fine things, and I cut this out with adhesive sheet backing. And so let's peel the adhesive sheet off. Use my handy dandy take your pick tool. I even was smart tonight and got it started. There we go. So let's see if I can grab, oh, whoops, hang on there. There we go. And now I have this as a sticker. And again, just put it down lightly. I'm trying right now, then you can reposition, trying to decide if I want to make it go off the edge and trim it, or if I want to put it up here and use the whole thing. I think I'll use the whole thing, but I'm not pushing it right down. I'm just positioning it. And where did I put my happy? Okay, so I'm going to put happy like this. Sure, that will work. Okay, there we go. Now, again, this has adhesive backing. It's got the foam adhesive. You're in love with the harvest meadow. So am I. And I'm a farm girl too, so maybe that's it. I am also a fall girl too. And I just love these grasses and different things here. So I'm just poking out the last of these little, I should bring this is what I'm looking for. Stick everything to this. There we go. So that's my silicone mat. And I can just poke things through. So pretty impressive that our dies will cut through all this foam on this intricate a die. It always amazes me. There we go. Whoops, there's one little... Oh, Rhonda, you're going to love the adhesive sheets. The hardest thing for me with them was remembering to use them. So I started making notes to myself on all my die sets to use them. There we go. So now I'm getting hooked on the foam adhesive sheets too. So let's see. Again, I'm just going to rest it. See if I've got it straight. Yeah, I think I like that. There we go. I'm going to put the lid on this so I don't jam my toes or something. And I've got some linen thread here, and I've got some bows tied ahead left over from a class. So might as well use them. And I think I'll put them right there. So I'll bring in a mini glue dot. Do you see how easy this card is? The designer paper, once again, does all the work for you. And I just love this idea. Now, I could have done a double here, but I did a single. So there we go. We've got that. And then I've got one more thing. So I could either use the In Color, the Evening Evergreen, to go with that. Or I could keep going with all the metallic stuff and use the brushed metallic dots. What do you think? Should I use the In Color Evening Evergreen or the brushed metallic dots? Let me know just as I'm getting some of this out of the way here. Some of you are saying beautiful card. Oh, thank you. I am pretty happy with how it turned out, I have to say. But again, I cased myself. I cased this card, which was cased from somebody else too. But it just works. So let me love the metal ones. Brush metallic. Okie dokie. There we go. And it's hard to tell which ones to use. I think it doesn't really matter. And we can mix it up. Let's see. And again, I don't think you could have gone wrong because the Evening Evergreen would have looked gorgeous too. So, and it would have made this pop you know what? We could actually mix and match it, but oh well. We'll stick with this since I've already put it away. There we go. So the first time you've ever used up embellishments? Oh yes, that these are red. I've got a few of them on the go here, so I love them. So there is the card. Now you could dress it up more, you could keep it more simple, but all from one 5.5 by 12 piece of designer paper, and you're using both sides, and that's how it comes together. So dust off that designer paper and start playing. This was my first one. It is slightly smaller. I was playing with measurements, and again, I did all kinds of things, but so this is the peaceful. You know what's happening is I'm reading your comments, and I really need to not do that while I'm talking because it's disaster. So this is the Peaceful Place designer paper, and then the Whimsical Trees, and very simple card. I just cut out some presents from some of the other designer paper and put them here, and that's how I decorated it. So I am so grateful that I came across this, and I am loving it. So you just bought this set. Oh, good, Sue. That you will love it. It's so, so nice. All right. So that is that. I would love for you to make this design of card. So using your 5.5 by 12-inch paper and taking it whatever way you want to go, and then sharing it here so that you inspire us. Can you see the penguins on something here? Or oh, what else could it be? I can see all kinds of things. The deer. Oh, all kinds of ideas. So there you go. There's that. Now I have a bit of show and tell that I was going to share with you as well. And I nearly forgot. Sorry, Sue. So here's a little coffee holder that I made using today's a coffee kind of day. So I've still got some of my little wooden spoons left, and then a coffee packet in here. So you could put any other kind of packets you wanted to put in there. I was playing with tags, and I made this tag with the Whimsical Trees. Now this could be a tag on a gift, but it could also be a tag on a card. So for example, if you would put it on a card, it would decorate a card like that. Here's one with the snowflakes, so all the neutral colors, and then one in the rainbow glimmer paper. So there's that one there. And then I received this card from Diana. So it's using the Evergreen Elegance, and it's one of those kind of bridge cards there. I don't think I've got the right word. But anyway, a gorgeous card again. So there we go with that one. And then some demonstrators around the world. We exchanged names and sent each other cards, and I received this from Melva in California. So I love this. My daughter-in-law loves sunflowers, and this is just her style of cards. So thank you, Melva, so much. And I think that's about it. So thank you for joining me tonight. Have some fun with this card tonight. It is a good one. Join me again Wednesday morning at 11, or catch the replay for my free Christmas card class. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. And thank you so much. Bye-bye.